Hallo, mein Name ist
Hello.
Rudi. Ich möchte dir verschiedene
I would like to introduce you to ways of getting involved in indoor activities.
innerhalb des Hauses durchführen kann. Das Beste daran ist,
The best thing about indoor activities is that everybody can do them.
verschiedene Arten der körperlichen
We will look
Bewegung.
at different types of indoor activities and sports.
Du wirst überrascht.
You may be surprised at how much is available.
Vielleicht denkst du sogar,
You may even think that sport is not for you. But take a look.
wirf einen Blick
Sport
auf diese
is for all.
Bewegungsaktivität, den Sport.
Have a look at these fun physical activities and imagine yourself joining in.
Und stell dir vor, dass du persönlich mitmachst.
Feel the excitement and get moving.
Beweg dich.
Everybody can and should be active. Participating in all types of physical activities can help you perform many of your day-to-day tasks more easily and will reduce the effects of getting older. A good example is Tai Chi. Tai Chi is well known for its positive influence on balance, fitness and coordination. And is often used in fall prevention programs. However, the main thing is that it is really relaxing and enjoyable. Of course, all activities are good and fun to do. You just need to find out what activities suit you best. While it's important to stay active, it's also important to play safe. If you decide to start exercising, it's good advice to first see a doctor for a medical checkup. Your doctor will make an assessment and give you some advice on what kind of activities are possible for you. It is also quite important to know your own body and your limits. One easy way to do this is to check your own heart rate. When exercising, most people's heart rate should be in the range of 100 to 140 beats per minute, which is a healthy level. You can check your heart rate with a special heart monitor, for example the Polar system, which is available in some sports clubs. But you can check your own pulse with a little practice. Your doctor or a sports professional can provide more explanation. So, you would like to be active, but you may not know what activities are available. You can do various activities and exercises in the gym, in the sport hall, or even at home, in a group or individually, under the supervision of the professional teacher, or on your own. Really, you can do indoor activities in any suitable indoor space, and you do not even need special equipment. Maybe there are a lot of activities you might not have thought about, or you thought you could not do. Let's check out the activities and see what excites you. One of the most accessible places where you can exercise is the fitness centre or gymnasium. Once you get older, it is advisable to participate in moderate physical activity for 30 minutes a day. This time can be broken up into shorter periods, such as 15 minutes of gardening in the morning and 15 minutes of brisk walking in the afternoon. If you go to a fitness centre, you can choose between walking on a treadmill, static cycling, stepping, or even rowing. If you go to a modern centre, many of the machines are equipped with a small computer that will allow you to monitor carefully the length of time you exercise, your speed, and even your heart rate if you wear a special belt. This can give you extra motivation and help you compare your performance at the beginning of your exercise program with what you achieve from week to week. As well as these so-called aerobic exercises, you should also include some strength and flexibility training in your program. So, by going to a fitness center or gymnasium, you can combine these three aspects of physical activity: cardiovascular, heart and lungs, strength, and flexibility. In a fitness center, you will find a wide variety of machines for developing strength. For every group of muscles, such as legs, arms, shoulders, back, and abdominals, you have specific machines or equipment. Your training schedule should cover all those muscle groups. You can vary your training from machine to machine by changing the weight, resistance, or the number of repetitions. However, it is very important to use the machines correctly. The instructors are there to give you guidance. Do not hesitate to ask them for information about your exercise program, so that you do not overtrain or do the exercises incorrectly. In this way, you can avoid unnecessary injuries. If you like, you can even use a personal trainer available at some gyms and fitness centers who will work with you to develop the ideal program. Some centers even have special programs for elderly people, for people who have certain medical conditions, for example those diagnosed with heart disease, or for people who have special needs. If you do not have a fitness center in the neighborhood, but you like the idea of training, why don't you do it on your own? The aerobic exercises can be replaced by walking or cycling outside, and the strength exercises by training with little hand weights, or even with small water bottles if you don't have the real thing. In some places, groups of people exercise together in group aerobics. Here they perform an easy choreography and simple strength exercises using different equipment. For example, weights, bars, balls, or dynabands. These are stretchy resistance bands made of rubber or latex that are often used in senior exercise groups. Remember, whether you do fitness in a gym, at home, or in a group, it is important that you do not forget to stretch afterwards. Nowadays, there are many sports and physical activities aimed at elderly people. Many sports clubs and organisations organise special activities. Sports sessions are also increasingly included in the programmes of many residential homes for elderly people. There are many kinds of sports and physical activity clubs. Some organisations focus on one particular activity, whether it is competitive or recreational, while others concentrate on sport for all and organise a broad range of different activities. Being active helps to protect you against health problems that may accompany aging. However, regular exercise helps promote health and well-being, whatever your age. It is never too late to become active. You may have done some sports as a child. Why don't you start again? You can still participate in group sports like basketball, volleyball, even football, or in individual sports like gymnastics, badminton, or swimming. However, if you don't like sports but like to be active, you can join a club that organises non-competitive recreational activities such as folk games, cooperative games, fun ball games, relays. It does not matter so much what activity you are doing, but more that you are active. Some organisations organise activities, especially for people who have special needs. For example, wheelchair basketball. This is similar to standing basketball, except some rules and equipment are adapted. With some extra help or adaptation to the rules, equipment or environment, you can find ways of accessing any sport or activity. Whether it is bowling for the blind, dancing for the deaf, recreational activities with balls or handkerchiefs, there is no limit to what can be accomplished. Another big advantage of joining a sports organisation, club or activity group is that in addition to being active, your social contacts grow. You meet other people and perhaps make some new friends. If you don't have a sports club nearby, just get together with a bunch of friends and be active. You can also start exercising as a part of a rehabilitation process. Through professional guidance and a specific training program, mobility problems can be improved. For example, difficulties with walking or maintaining a balanced standing position. There are alternative activities that you can do when seated or lying. You can start doing exercises to strengthen your legs, to enhance the movement of your upper body, or to improve your balance. Exercising does not have to be boring at all. Even when it is part of rehabilitation, you can still have a lot of fun. And then there is dancing. Dancing is one of the easiest and most enjoyable things you can do. You don't need special equipment and you can do it virtually anywhere. Just put on some music and start moving, shaking or swinging. You can do it at home alone with your husband or wife, or you can join a club in your neighbourhood. No matter what age, gender or impairment you may have, you can still find a way to dance. If you are a good dancer and you have some teaching abilities, you can even start up your own group. Even if you are 80 years old and love to teach different dance moves, age should not be a barrier. Dancing is fun. Get up and dance. That's the spirit. Whether you've decided to start being physically active now, or you would like to be physically active on a more consistent basis, congratulations! You have taken an important step by focusing on future goals. Now, it's time to take action.